Jolly good hello, whatever floats your boat.
I don't know, is that correct?
Yeah, jolly good hello.
A jolly good hello.
Obviously, teaching for me is rewarding, and then obviously my passion.
Olden?
Eh?
Did you say Olden or Olden? What did you just say? I couldn't remember.
Rewarding.
Rewarding.
Yeah.
Oh my God, rewarding. Yeah. Challenge my listening. Hi everyone.
Hello.
Now
A jolly good hello.
from Jeremy. Hi everyone, as the Teacher's Day is coming soon, today this episode is specially dedicated to all our amazing and wonderful teachers who help us to become where we are now. And also the final quarter of the IELTS speaking, they also asked about teachers in IELTS speaking part 1. So today I'm here with Jeremy and I will ask him some questions about this, and together we will share some of our personal experience and our favorite teacher. So stay tuned until the end of the video clip. We will provide you some teachers idiom as well. So let's
Get the ball rolling.
get the ball rolling. Right. So number one, do you have a favorite teacher?
Do I have or did I have?
Do you have a favorite teacher?
Well, I don't really learn now, but yeah, when I was younger, studying, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I have. Actually, she was my food or cookery teacher. What we will say,
Cookery teacher?
cookery.
Really?
You know, yeah. Because in England you do all the subjects, and then when you get to the final 2 years, 2 or 3 years, it might have changed now, around 14, and then you choose the option. Obviously, English, maths, not all science, biology, chemistry is optional. You have to choose one, and then you get a choice of like history, geography, and RE. Which is religious education.
Religious education. Can you spell that word? RE?
Yeah, just RE for short.
RE?
Yeah.
Religious education.
Yeah, so just about
Interesting.
religion, right? Obviously. So you get a choice. And then, as we talked before, you get a choice of like cookery, woodwork, metalwork, and metal.
Metalwork.
Yeah, metalwork, yeah.
Metalwork.
Or needlework, something creative. Yeah. So I was always a big fan of like cooking. So I took cooking, and actually in our class we had more boys than girls.
Wow.
The ratio was more because the teacher, Mrs. Lewis, she was Welsh. She's just so funny, so
Really?
good, really good personality. Really good looking.
Attractive.
Yeah, and she had grey hair. She had like a bob,
Really?
but her hair was grey already. But she looked really good. Is my favorite lesson overall, so she had to be my favorite teacher.
Okay, right. So how has she helped you? Or how does she help you, right? Because it's in the past. How does she help you?
I guess just with mannerisms, be polite. Always have a sense of humour. Learn how to socialise with other people and help other people when they're struggling or difficult. Work as a team. Just good traits for when you get older, right? What you're going to need.
Okay, that's nice. So, do you want to be a teacher in the future? Stupid question because Jeremy is already a teacher, but yeah, just
Actually, I didn't.
Right.
I didn't want to be a teacher, but then like 5 years ago, I just wanted a change of path and a career change. And obviously being brought up in that environment, because my mum's a teacher, so maybe I have
you follow the mom's
and
step.
the good traits, patient,
Patience.
which is the main one, I would guess, understanding, approachable, good sense of humour, professional, you know, among other things. So I thought I would give it a go, and 5 years later we're here.
And here we are, teacher Jeremy, one of the most favorite teachers on our channel with his beautiful British accent. Right. So who was your favorite teacher in elementary school, and why?
Yeah, so it would have been her.
Still her?
Yeah. Yeah, she was the best one. Actually, the relationship between the boys and the teachers, obviously because it's a woman thing, right? Maybe
What do you mean by a woman thing?
Well, you know, it's like you know, mum is boy and dad is girl and things like that. And maybe maybe it's like that in teachers. I always was, I know, with male teachers. Apart from something that I really wanted to do, like physical education, because I was very active, I had a good relationship with the sports teachers. But then when you go to things like science, mathematics, and that, I didn't really interest me. So I didn't really have much connection with the teacher. But if I enjoyed the subject and I wanted to do it, then I had a better relationship.
Oh, nice. So those are just very simple questions for the teacher's topic, but we want to discuss further. So in your opinion, personally, what would make the good teacher?
I think they need to be a role model, really.
A role model.
Someone that you look up to. So maybe clean and tidy, because, you know...
Really? Clean and tidy?
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, you don't want them to be scruffy and smelly, right?
So you need to look clean and
well,
proper.
Yeah, just look the part if you can.
Look what? Look apart?
Look the part, you know, look the part, which means look good for your job.
You mean like immaculately groomed?
Yes, yes. Always have a smile on their face. I think approachable is important, because if they're not approachable, then you're going to be nervous. Friendly, have a good sense of humor. Polite.
Polite, yeah. Do they need to be compassionate?
In a way, I guess, but long as they can, what's the word? Long as they can get the best out of you and bring out the best in you, then it's however way they do it, it's up to them. Because every teacher is different. If every teacher was the same, then it would be boring, right? So every teacher has the strength and weaknesses, right? So yeah, I think so.
Yeah. For me personally, I think I totally agree with what Jeremy just shared, but I think a teacher needs to be very knowledgeable as well.
Knowledgeable, yeah.
Yeah, very important, like a walking encyclopedia, because when you have rich knowledge, you are able to deliver the lesson in a more informative way, and then students can absorb knowledge effortlessly in the teaching method as well.
You can tell that in the UK as well, because the teaching hours and everything in England is they work quite hard when they work, but they obviously get a lot of holidays. So when they get sick, that you will get a cover. I'm not sure in you will get a cover teacher, but that teacher might not specialize in the subject that they're teaching. You know, they might just be a cover teacher, and they just, you know, not even really teach the lesson, just tell you what to do, and but don't give you any input or anything. So it does make a difference, if they obviously it's their profession, their subject, right?
Knowledgeable and responsible, right?
Yeah.
I have some British friends who they are also teaching me. They used to teach, and they have a very strong sense of responsibility. Like they only receive the job if they are sure that they can do it, or they can. And I think that teacher is a really rewarding job, because we can make impacts on people's life. Don't you feel so?
Yeah, I think it's very rewarding. It is very rewarding, especially in a different country, like in your own country. Then you know, you don't have that barrier, right?
Yes.
But obviously in a different country, like me being English and being in Vietnam, then maybe it's even more rewarding, right? Because it's not their mother tongue, right?
Yes.
And it's difficult for them.
You know, like that famous saying in English, they say you can because most people, when they do the charity, they will provide money. But for me, if we can share knowledge, and that is the best thing you can give to someone, like you know, the famous saying, like give him a fish, and he can, like, basically you teach someone how to fish, and he can feed himself for the whole day. Give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, Yeah.
That's the same as
Give
take the horse to water, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
So in here they say give a man a fish and you feed him for a day.
Yes.
But if you teach him how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime.
Yeah.
So that is the implication here is for in terms of knowledge. If we can teach someone, it can give the impact for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What did you say about the horse?
It's the same in a lot of.
Bring the horse to water.
Yeah,
or something?
I can bring the horse to water, but I can't make it drink.
Yeah.
You can lay the foundation and you can do everything, but it eventually will come back to them. It's all them. Eventually, you can be the best teacher in the world, but if the student is not 100% and they don't want to learn, then it doesn't matter how good you are, they're not going to take it.
Precisely.
You know what I mean?
Precisely. So again, you reminds me another adjective. We say truly inspiring. We need we say inspiring teacher or inspirational teacher. How do you say?
I would say
Inspiring or inspirational?
inspirational.
Inspirational teachers. Okay, we need them to motivate us in our life. Okay, the second part of that this video clip, we want to provide you some nice teachers idioms. So the first one is teacher pet. What is that, Jeremy? What is teacher's pet?
It just means that I guess, teacher's pet, you answer everything, and you put your hand up. Like in England, you have to put your hand up to be excused or to do anything. So you volunteer or you do everything. You know, just to, not always to get on side, but then you get the name, right? Because all the other students think, oh, he's the favourite, and they get jealous and things like that.
Get jealous. So basically, a teacher's pet is a student who is favoured by their teachers and are treated better than other students. Let's say we have the whole student in a class, and I am your favourite, and then I like you and say you are my pet, right? Or,
even if the student is they have a test and the student gets everything right, then still the students are jealous and they say teacher's pet, but it's not really just they know. Maybe they're listening more, you know what I mean? So it's not that they're creeping all the time, so it can mean that you get everything correct and then you still get labelled that, right?
And then they are obedient, they are not like naughty students. Right, and then we have learn the ropes. What is learn the ropes? Like teachers often teach students how show the rope. I think show the rope would be better.
Yeah, sure. Well, learn the ropes. Yeah, it just means more, I guess, hands-on, right?
Hands-on. So in here, no, I think they are a bit different, right? If you learn the rope, it means you learn how to do.
Yeah, so maybe it's more hands-on to learn. I mean,
learn the ropes. Learn the ropes. I mean, learn how to do something.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Learn how to do something, but maybe you will get hands-on, one-on-one.
Yeah. Okay. What would be the example? So, the example would be. What would be the example? Learn how to do a job or an activity.
Yeah.
So,
because if you go into a classroom, the ratio will be different, right? You'll have one teacher with, I don't know how many students. I know in Vietnam the ratio is it's quite high here. One teacher is maybe 50 students.
Yeah, that's a lot.
In the UK, you'll be very, very lucky to get 30, and that will be max.
Really?
Yeah, some classes it's going to be around 20, 25.
50 is too much.
Yeah,
I don't know how
for the
to
ratio.
handle.
I mean, you'll. It doesn't matter how good of a teacher you are, you're not going to get 50 students to listen to what you're doing. You know what I mean?
And then the next one, obviously, we have straight A student. Straight A student, like you're the best student.
Yeah, you're just good at everything.
Good at everything.
Yeah, just good.
And then we move to the favorite Jeremy's idiom, the early.
The early bird catches the worm.
Teachers always say with students like that, right?
But it just means that you're first for everything.
Yes.
Not or you not worried about like failure. You'll try because in life, if you can't accept failure, then you're never going to progress. Things will never run smoothly 100%. If you can accept failure, and hopefully you will become a better person, and that's the best way to learn. But too many people, I think, are they don't want to fail in the first place, so that's why they won't progress.
So it means like it's also both literal meaning. Literal meaning is mean when the bird wakes up early,
Yes.
they can catch the worm.
What we say in England, because it's damp in the morning, the worms usually come to the surface of the grass or the
so
mud.
you can catch the
Yeah,
worms.
they will come because they don't like the moisture, right? So yeah, the early bird there will catch them,
Yeah.
you know, at first light.
So like when you get up early, it's a sign of being successful. Speaking of that, I feel guilty. I can never wake up early, but because I woke very late at night until 12. So when the moment I open my eye, it's already 8 p.m. So yeah, what time do you often wake up?
Usually 6.
Wow.
6 a.m.
So Jeremy is the living proof of the early bird catches the worm.
Actually, my pastime as well is I'm a big fisherman, so
Big
you know
fisherman.
the best time to fish is like crack of dawn, right? First
Crack of
light,
dawn.
or at dusk. Those are the two best times. So yeah, I mean, I'm used to getting up. Maybe when I'm at school, not so easy, but
But now, yeah, he wake up very early. Okay, let's move to the final one. Practice what you preach. What is that?
do something yourself before you tell someone else to do it.
So you need to set a model first so that people follow.
Yeah, practice what you preach, or don't tell someone to do something if you haven't done it yourself. You know what I mean?
But I don't understand the word preach itself.
Yeah, you preach something. Means that you preach someone. You tell someone to do something.
Tell somebody to do something.
Yeah.
Okay. And the final one I want to remind you guys is that practice makes perfect. I'm sure all your teachers remind you that saying. It means.
The more you do it, the better you'll be at it or get at it. It doesn't just mean in teaching, in everything.
It's about
Sport, learning to play an instrument. Practice makes perfect. Yeah.
Without practice every day or without consistency, like you cannot expect to have an overnight success. So yeah, again, one more time, practice makes perfect. Yeah. Thank you so much, Jeremy, again to join us another very meaningful episode about teachers.
So who is your favorite teacher or teachers?
Teachers.
Maybe you're a teacher's pet and you have more than one.
I have so many favorite teachers in my life, but I think that the one that really struck me that I still remember is like he's Kevin. When I learned at Hanoi University, he's from Singapore, and he has a very funny punishment for every student who went to class late. He will ask them to stand outside, sing a song, and then if you can sing a song successfully, then he will allow you to go to class. You have to do the embarrassing thing.
The forfeit.
The what?
The forfeit.
What is the forfeit?
So forfeit means forfeit. It's just if you're late or you do something wrong, then that's the punishment. Because sorry to interrupt, when I first started teaching here, and then my students started coming late for 3 or 4 classes, so I thought there has to be a punishment, and they didn't do their homework. So I would get the class to pick some activity and then to say how many what they would do for that activity. For example, I would say, okay, so 3 or 4 of them are late. I would get them to stand at front of the class, and then I would get the vote of what, and they would say something like squats or lunges or running on the spot.
Punishment.
Yeah, and then whoever voted the most, say squats, and then I would ask them again how many, and then some would say 5, 10, 20, and then if the highest vote, like the majority was 20, then they would have to do 20 squats, and then we would record it.
That's too easy. That's too easy for me. I can do 100. I can even do 200. So squats is easy. I think, yeah, but that he's very funny, and he has a very genuine energy. He has a very beaming smile, and he's very knowledgeable. Actually, he's the first foreigner I have. Is that? Actually, I don't really remember, but like I still remember until now.
That's it. It's not the first impression.
Yeah,
it's the lasting impression.
It's about like.
Yeah, that's the most important thing.
Yes. So yeah, thank you so much, Teacher Jeremy, for sharing with us all your nice memory about your favorite teacher, the bakery teacher, cookery teacher. We hope that you will appreciate and value all your teachers in your life, not only at school, but it could be teacher in your life who teach you anything and always show your appreciation and gratitude to them, because without them, I'm sure we cannot be where we are now.
I think as well, when you don't realise what you have until you don't have it anymore. Even me through school, you just wanted to end and work or leave school, but then when you finish and you don't have the teachers there, then you realise how important they are in your life. Yeah, they're very important.
Very important, incredibly important. Okay, make sure you guys give us a thumbs up and subscribe our channel. Leave us any comment about your favorite teachers, and after listening to what Jeremy say, please write down your own answers with your own sample and learn the vocab at the end of video clips. That's how you make the most of learning. We wish you the best of luck as always. Have a lovely day. Bye. Yeah. You know Teacher's Day is coming soon, right?
Oh,
Next month.
International or Vietnamese?
Vietnamese. We really respect professions like teachers and doctors. We have one day for doctor, one day for teachers, one day for journalists. That's so far what I know.
That's one good thing in Vietnam.
Yes. We really we have a strong sense of community.
You're very even last. It was a liberation, right?
Affection.
Liberation Day yesterday. We walked around the lake last night.
You see how much people.
God, it was so busy.
Too crowded, huh?
Usually a 15-20 minute walk took like 40.
Really?
They had so many shows on, but Vietnamese people, they're so patriotic.
Patriotic. You see how much we love our country.
You love your country, but your country doesn't give you much back. That's a real shame. You know what I mean? It's true. I even said to her, you guys love your country and you're so patriotic.
Yeah.
It's the same that
patriotic.
The government here don't feel the same about you guys. You know what I mean?
Don't feel about the same about you guys.
It's not mutual, right?
Yeah, not reciprocated. I'm thinking about some teachers' idiom. We have teachers' pet, which is common. Old school. What is old school?
Old school just means set in your ways.
Like conservative?
Yeah, set in your ways. You don't want to modernise anything, or you don't want to change.
You mean like it's the same with narrow-minded?
A little bit. Maybe you don't want change then. You just happy in the environment that you're in.
Right. How about read between the lines? What is that? Read between the lines.
Look in something more detail, I would say.
You think so? Read between the lines. Pass with flying colors. Easy.
Yeah, easy. Something that you accomplish.
Learn the ropes. Learn the ropes easy, right? Practice what you preach.
Yeah, practice what you preach.
Really?
I say that a lot.
I never heard that before. What is that?
Is that the same what you preach is whatever you tell someone to do, then you do yourself. You know, so go and tell someone to don't eat this or don't eat that, but then you go and eat it. You like contradict yourself, right? So yeah, practice what you preach.
Have you ever heard of a straight A student?
Yes. More here though than anywhere else.
You think so? But that's all they have.
There's not that many really.
Yeah, there's not so many phrases about no, not really bookworms, but teaching idioms. Experience the best teacher. At the deep end, what is that?
Chucked in at the deep end. It means you're above your head, out of your comfort zone or something.
Here, like that. What teacher often say. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Never heard that before.
No.
Teaching someone to fish.
The apple doesn't fall from the tree means that the behaviour is the same, right? Usually with parents and kids. So it's like about habits, or like it says on their behaviour, right?
How about
the early bird catches the worm? I love that one.
You love that?
Yeah.
That teacher often encourage student, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Be proactive, yeah.
The early bird catch. You
I mean,
use a lot.
You can use that in general, you know what I mean?
Mm.
It just means that you're, proactive or you're first for everything, right?
You know there are 4 types of learners. You know that, right?
In student,
4 types of learners. Here. 4 types of learners. Like visual learners, auditory learners, kinesthetic, and that's how they say. I never heard about reading and writing learners. Like they learn through reading. Anyway, yeah. I think we have enough for saying. Okay, so let's start with teacher's content. We finish and often tell to us like that. Young people don't really say.
Yeah, maybe the older generation.
They say a good what?
A jolly good day.
A jolly good day. A jolly good day. Right. Today we come up with a very nice speaking topic. IELTS speaking part 1 for the final quarter of 2024. And what is this about, Jeremy?
Riding a bicycle.
Riding a bicycle.
Or riding a bike.
Or riding a bike. Yeah. A very interesting topic. So I will ask Jeremy on the spot, and then let's see how well he will answer it. Okay?
No pressure.
No pressure. Okay, right. So number 1, Jeremy, do you like riding a bicycle?
In general, to be blunt, yes.
To be blunt?
Yeah. Actually, when I grew up, I learned to ride a bike very young, and then it just progressed from there.
Really?
Yeah, and then I obviously used to ride on a daily basis, and then when I left school, and then I used to ride every day to work, and every day to do most things.
Who taught you how to drive a bicycle?
How to ride?
Yeah, how to ride a bicycle.
Just all my family really. My aunties, my uncles, my parents. Obviously in England, I'm not sure in Vietnam we have stabilizers. I'm sure you have here.
What is stabilizer?
Basically you have the 2 things coming off the back wheel, like 2 little wheels on like brackets, so you don't fall off.
Right.
Yeah. So basically instead of having 2 wheels, you basically have 4.
I only know the tricycle. The tricycle.
The 3-wheeled one. Yeah. Tricycle.
Tricycle.
Yeah, the 3-wheel tricycle. Yeah. So the bike is basically 2 wheels. You have the handlebars, the seat, and then at the back wheel, where the nuts are, you have 2 brackets coming out with 2 smaller wheels on. Very small.
Yeah.
It's just for balance, so you don't fall. And then obviously, once you start to get confident, it's funny. We take 1 arm off. Take arm off, so you lose 1 wheel. Yeah. So then you have 3: the front, the back, and then instead of having 2 stabilizers, you have 1. So if you go to the right side, you fall off, but if you go to the left side, the stabilizer will still keep you upright. It's actually more difficult than to ride with 2. But if you feel you're falling, you lean over to the one way.
I can't get my head around.
No, I didn't think so. And then obviously when you're confident, then the stabilizers will come off, and then you will start in a short distance, and as you get more confident.
That's very interesting. Do you remember exactly when did you start riding a bicycle?